Hey guys, JH. Welcome to Practice Tee. Okay, not a lot of wind today, only about 10 or 15 Ks. Amazing. Gonna try a slightly different angle today. Gonna hit a little bit obliquely to the camera. Might give you a little bit better visual insight into the angles and what we're doing. Okay, to give you just a couple more tips on channel lock, we're going with the and I'll just go front on here, we're going very much at the moment with straight line, no cocking of the wrist, just club face looking at the ball. Take the club back as you would take a putter back. You know how you take a putter back and it just looks at the ball? Just think your club face is exactly the same as that. Just keep it looking at the ball. And that will incite a hinging action as opposed to a cocking action. That will happen. Now that's not a bad thing, and I think that that helps to keep the club down as well in the backswing, because in channel lock you don't want to have the club starting at straight line here and then elevating. You want to keep the club going back with as much pressure down as you can, with no wrist cock, and then just let the momentum of the golf club hinge it up in the air. And the turning of the shoulders, clearly. I mean, if I have a club on the ground there, the only way it gets up in the air is if my shoulders push and they turn and they push my arms, and my arms elevate and lift the golf club. That's the only way it ever gets up in the air. You should always do that. You shouldn't assist it with your hands. You should just let the turning of the shoulders, pushing on the arms, elevate it. And that's why I have a very low base for my hands, or my hands and arms at the top of the golf swing, because I don't do anything with my hands in the backswing. It's always just letting my arms go where they want to go relative to being pushed there by my shoulders. And if you watch this, guys, watch. If I'll just go sideways conventionally. If I'm not doing anything with my hands, I'm just pushing with my shoulders, shoulders going down, it's elevating my arms. That's what gets the height in the shot. Now with channel lock, you'd want to just keep that going. You never ever want to get the feeling that your hands are independent and they're adding height to the golf club on the backswing. I don't do any of that. I keep it down, down, down. Now the other thing on the downswing is that once we've got back, when we've got back to our no wrist hinge, just straight line windscreen wiper type situation or process here, the downswing, guys, feels like if you had a big vat of ice cream right there, and this was an ice cream scoop, and you were going to scoop some ice cream out, as you do with a scoop when you get a scoop in a bucket of ice cream. That's the feeling I get on the downswing. When I get here, I get it going that way. I don't get it pulling back into me and the club elevating itself back up. I don't do that. I feel it goes here, and then I get the scoop, and that's how I get the back hit on the shot. That's exactly how I get the back hit with a backdrop. I go here, and then I get that scoop, and that's how I get the width on the downswing. This swing feels, in descriptive terms, as wide to wider. We want to be really wide on the backswing. We don't want to have a lot of hinging or cocking of the wrist, bringing the club closer to us on the backswing. And of course, if you get the club getting as wide as you possibly can, the club is going to travel further, and you will get just as much speed in a short swing as you will get in a long swing, where a long swing, gets the travel because it's long, but we will get the same proportional amount, or almost the same proportional amount, of power and speed in the golf swing, because we've got width and we've just got distance. I mean, guys, if you could swing like that, that's the biggest possible arc you can make in a golf swing. That's the smallest possible arc you can make in a golf swing. Look where that golf club is there. Measure that. If I took that there and went through there. Now that's just a demonstration and a mechanical explanation and understanding of what a big arc is as opposed to a small arc, and how you can have a wider arc but a shorter golf swing and still develop, you know, quite a bit of club head speed. Now it's very important to get that feeling, guys, on the downswing that we're scooping the ice cream. Once we've gone back to here, we're scoop some ice cream. It'll feel like that, but you won't do that because you will have already initiated the downswing with it some part of the lead side, whether it's the, you know, the ankle or the knee or the hip or the shoulder or whatever. Some part of the lead side will have activated the downswing, so you can go as early as you like with the release of the golf club. Nicholas said that he and Watson both said that as soon as they get to the top, they feel that in their golf swing. That's the feeling they have. They want to get the golf club releasing early. They don't do that. You see Jack in his golf swing, he's here, but his feeling is he wants to get wide. Well, in this golf swing, you can actually get wide. Now guys, as I always say with this golf swing, the great thing about this golf swing is that it's just swinging by the numbers. I don't come here any day and think that I'm going to hit the ball badly or I'm going to forget what my swing was, because I've got a numbered protocol, and all I have to do is apply the numbers in that protocol relative to the part of the golf swing that they represent and correspond to, and I've got my golf swing. So I've already thought about my protocol. Now I can stand up here dead cold, not hit a shot, and Bill Phillips on MMI is finding that out precisely at the moment himself. Slightly different angle, guys. There it is, guys, first hit of the day. Dead straight. And as I say, even if you don't get a chance to hit any golf balls and you're going out to play, even with a shot like that, because the structure is so sound, the timing is not there on the first couple of shots, because that's where we are from a neural and physiological point of view. It takes a while to get our timing. But that shot there, the first shot of the day, even though it was probably third or fourth groove, still gone perfectly straight and would be on the green if it was an approach shot or a shot on a par 3. And that's the good thing about it. You may hit it up and down the face a little bit, but you'll always hit it exactly where you want it to go. All right, now I'm going to scoop some ice cream. Just hit it this way across the camera. Now guys, when I'm swinging well, I get this where the lead shoulder gets what I call channel block. The lead shoulder stays there and I can swing into out and I get this finish look about me because the club is still in front of my body. And the ball will always go straight as a result of that. All right, we're warmed up after 2 shots. To keep the trail foot down, and we're going to really scoop some ice cream. See here, guys? Club's still in front of my body. Now when my hip extensors are tight, early in the golf swing, my trail foot comes up a little bit. And I'll keep it down. Alright, now we'll really thunder this one after 3 shots. Slightly different angle. I mean, they're all the same shots, guys. They don't move. They're all the same shots. I know, really work on the trail foot. So how do you get the feeling of keeping that heel down? You can do it a number of ways. When I'm really trying to keep it down, I feel that all my trail side vertical axis weight is actually going behind my trail heel, back here. It's going there, and that'll actually force that heel into the ground and the toe up. That's an extreme thought. Now the other thing, guys, that you mustn't forget in your protocol, and it's probably the one thing that does jump out of my protocol but doesn't kill me that much, and that is the 5 o'clock nose. You've got to keep that nose outside the right foot all the time, or the trail foot, right foot if you're a right footer, right-hander. But that is really important to keeping the trail side locked and blocked, and the weight going down on that trail heel. They're the same shots every time, guys. You'll never get horrible shots with channel lock. You'll just get, you'll just get the ball going up and down the face a little bit. That's the worst. But look, they're all dead center. And it doesn't matter if you miss a couple of grooves, as long as you hit it dead straight and get it on the target. It might be a little short of the flag sometimes, but you're on there putting. And you're not in the water and you're not in the bunker. All right, we're totally warmed up now, so we will just motor this. There it is. Now with no wind here today, guys, they're all sort of in a 10-yard circle. And that's the good thing about it. And I've had a few days off, but I can come here and just blaze away straight away, and it doesn't really, and I know I'm going to do it on the way here. Okay, watch this. All right, Jade, you're warmed up. Here. No wrist cock, I'm going to scoop some ice cream. Really, so simple. All right, and we'll just smooth it out. Really smooth. It's a nice feeling. Now guys, in terms of being able to fade the ball, I don't change anything in my golf swing. The ball position is exactly the same. I might just aim a little bit further left of the target, open the face more, and then I just push, fade the ball to the target. There's no cut spin in this golf swing, because you're never ever coming across the line, and I don't ever want to propagate any thought or consideration in my brain that there's any of that movement in the golf swing. It's always this movement into out from beside the body. If the swing has a limitation, is that you won't be able to hit really hard, sort of pull cuts. I mean, who'd ever want to do that? Why not just hit a little push fade? Yeah, I never want to do anything other than hit into out, and so I don't want to train my brain or give my brain any options to think about anything other than the club travelling into out. Now the wind's come up. Okay, now let's trail foot down. Oh, that's just fantastic. I'm really stiff in the hip extensors, so my trail foot's not staying down, but it's not affecting me at all, not in terms of the ball flight. It's actually giving me a little bit of freedom into the shot. That was a really strong shot. All right, now we're going to have the smear. See if we can get a little bit more backswing. Yeah, they're nice swings. some ice cream. There it is, guys. And I've got, you know, I've got an awful lot on my mind right now with a few things that I'm involved in, and I really, very hard to focus on things. But the good thing here is the protocol is embedded and it's not changing. I'll turn around a little bit. Okay, we'll really smear this one. There it is, guys. That's a full smear. That's a full smear. Smear is that. That creates that. Now, the club's not going back very far and there's no wrist cock, but there's still plenty on that. Plenty on. Remember, we need that trigger finger pressure point on that first knuckle. Now I like that because that really does pull me through the ball. There's a lot of, I'm getting a lot of release out of my trail side. Alright, I'll really keep the foot down. This is pure foot down. Guys, that's where the ball is there. Over in the cow paddock again. The wind's come up now. That's good. All right. Last shot. And really keep that trail foot down, JH. 5 o'clock nose. Lots of smear. Like that. There it is, guys. You just got to think about your protocol. I wasn't applying the protocol, you know, 100%. And that's why that trail foot was coming up. I was getting away with it. But you've got to go through the protocol before you hit the shot. That was just a perfect golf shot, with lots of trail foot down. Different angle. Okay guys, so just remember that we need to get as much width that way on the downswing as you possibly can. Hit this one more towards the camera. Yeah, good shots. Okay, everything in the protocol. Think protocol, 5 o'clock nose, smear, straight line, no wrist cock. And remember, we need to drive that trail arm or drive the club head into the ground as far as we can after the ball. Really concentrate on that one. Like that. That's when you get that really long trail arm, guys. That's a very long trail arm. Very long. Long trail arm. Angle's a bit different today. Okay guys, just a couple of things on channel lock today. Also trying to work out some sun angles. It's very hard here to get where I need to hit to get the sun right. You'll always get a little bit of silhouette, but we're working on it.